Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of Touch Truck Road Trip. I'm your host, Jatinder Dalwell, here at the Abbotsford Centre. Today we're going to be learning all about the transportation industry with Valley Driving School and Speedy Transport. But before we hit the road, I wanted to remind you that throughout the month of September, the Abbotsford Centre will be collecting donations for Envision Financial's The Full Cover, which in turn goes to the Archway Food Bank of Abbotsford. We set a goal to raise $2,000, and so far we've raised $1,275. So come on and help donate if you can. Donations can be made in person at the Abbotsford Centre or online at abbotsfordfoodbank.com/donate by writing Touch Truck and your information in the message section. And guys, just to remind you, as a thank you, anyone who donates will be entered to win one of several prize packs, including the grand prize, the Nintendo Switch Lite, and a $50 gift card to the Nintendo store. For more information on prizing and how to enter, visit abbotsfordcentre.ca or click on the link in the video description below. Let's go check out our first stop, Valley Driving School. Hey guys, this is Jatinder with the Abbotsford Centre, and today we're here at Valley Driving School. I'm with Dean, and we're taking a look at transport trucks. Transport trucks are a very important part of the economy. They transport all the goods that we need in our daily lives, from toys, cars, food, clothing, whatever you guys can think of. Transport trucks bring it to us. And a big part of that are the truck drivers. As you know, they're an essential service, and in this time especially, we need transport truck drivers as much as before. And before you become a transport truck driver, you need to come and learn how to drive them. So here we are with Dean at the Valley Driving Centre, and he's going to tell us a bit more about this transport truck right behind us.
Hi, thanks for coming. Well, this actually is one of our newest transport trucks. This is a 2020 Peterbilt, and this has an automatic transmission, which makes it even easier to drive and get paid for it. Who doesn't love getting paid to drive? It's such a wonderful job. So, and of course, before taking the truck out each day, just like any truck driver would have to do, safety is a big part of driving a truck. So not only do you have to make sure the outside is in great condition and nothing's broken, everything's ready to go, but also inside, making sure that all the tests that the truck needs to know it can run safe along the country are done, and that way you can just concentrate on the lovely drive. So
that's really neat. So this is an automatic truck. That means I might be able to drive it too.
Well, we could try it if you'd like. I'm an instructor, so why not?
And this truck has some beds in it as well, doesn't it?
It does. It has a bed in the bottom at the back there. So that's if you're driving across the country, then you don't have to leave your truck somewhere, find somewhere to stay. Nope, you pull your truck over, you've got a bed. A lot of them have microwaves. I've even seen some friends that have treadmills in their trucks. So really, you can do these up. They're a traveling home, is what they are. So
why don't we go inside and take a look?
Sure. Yeah, actually this is one of our newest trucks. If you want to come in, just shut your door, go ahead.
This is a nice looking truck.
Yeah, and it's very comfortable too.
And these seats, it's like a bouncy castle.
Yeah, it actually is, yeah. And so we have air ride seats, so that way when you're traveling a long distance, you can have it set up the way you like it. And when you're going over bumps or anything, just nice air ride seats. So it's very comfortable.
That's really neat.
And one thing you don't have to worry about, nor does any student, about being out of control with the vehicle, because I've got a brake here on my side.
Oh, cool. So
and,
you have control at any point in time in the
Absolutely.
lesson.
Usually just stop and control, but I'll tell you, I've used it a lot of times.
So does that mean I can drive?
That does. We're going to actually let you try it today.
Give this a go.
So on the other side there,
you'll
find
I see the key.
Okay, so just gonna put it in there.
Now, the ignition.
When you start a truck, you actually just want to turn it to the on position at first and wait for a couple seconds. You'll hear a few clicks. So go ahead with that.
Well, this is pretty cool.
All right, and now you're going to turn it all the way on.
Sure.
Great. Now this one is there's a lot of technology involved in this one. As you see, we don't have a gear shift here because we're an automatic truck. Very easy to drive. So you'll see here we've got neutral, which it's in right now. Flick this forward, we'll be in drive, or backwards, we'll be in reverse. So very, very easy. So I tell you what, why don't we put our seatbelts on, because we always want to be safe.
Safety first.
Now, how is your seat? You're probably a little bit far away from those.
I think I can move forward a little bit.
Here it is. So under here, you've got this here. Yep, there you go, just like that. All right, and So this is the actual parking brake, because this has an air brake system, so it's not like a normal car.
Okay.
So what we want to do, just so we don't roll, we're going to put a little bit of brake pressure on.
All right.
And while you have that, you're going to push this yellow button and you're going to hold it in for a second. You're going to hear a sound. All right, so that's actually the air going in to release the parking brakes.
Okay.
Okay.
How long do I hold this?
No, you're good. You're good. So now, of course, 2 hands on the wheel. That's the way you always want to do it. What we're going to do before we even move, we're just going to look this way in this mirror, look this way in this mirror. No one's coming towards us. So I tell you what, we'll look straight ahead. I've got my brake just in case. You're going to put it into drive.
All
There
right.
you go. You'll come off the brake and you'll just drive forward.
There we go. A little bit of acceleration.
Yep. Give her some gas.
Oh boy.
Good stuff.
That's
Have you ever driven a
lot
truck?
That's a lot of truck moving. Next stop is
All right.
Toronto, everybody.
Okay, so then if you want to put a slight brake,
Oh.
and now here's one of the best parts.
Let's jump.
We're going to put it in reverse while you have the brake on,
Okay.
and you get to now honk the big air horn to let people know we're backing up.
All right. Everybody watch out.
All right, so we're going to watch those mirrors as we back up nice and slow. There you go.
This is really cool.
And it's always good to give another air horn sound because it warns people, plus it's fun.
Just let everybody
That's
know.
it. We'll go even further back because
Sure.
yeah. Great job, Jatinder. All right, that's good there. Awesome. So now we'll put it into neutral.
Neutral, okay.
And now we'll actually pull this out to engage our spring parking brake. Great. Now you can come off the brake pedal. And really, it's as easy as that.
Perfect.
It is,
Awesome.
and it's such a fun job too. I can't believe we're still getting paid to drive, and that is one of the easiest, funnest jobs there is.
And I just turned the key to turn it off?
You got it. Nice job.
Boy, that was a lot of work. I think I'm ready for a nap in the bed back there. So Dean, I noticed there's nothing connected to this truck. How do you take a load then?
That's a good question, actually. Yes, we're not going to get paid to take nothing. We've got to take some stuff with us. So how we're going to do it, actually, is this is called a fifth wheel hitch back here. And so how this works is I can actually slide this under the trailer and connect this pin here to that fifth wheel hitch. Lock it in, and then I can take one trailer. I can even take 2 trailers like we have here.
So this is called a B train, correct?
This is actually a Super B, this one. But yes, it is a B train, and this is a flat deck style trailer. Of course, trailers, there's always, there's a lot of different types, but this would be a trailer that you would use to haul, well, as you can see, lumber or very large pieces that could be taken off with a forklift. So, and a lot of the times when you're going through places that are cold or wet, you'll actually tarp the load as well, just to, not just to keep it dry, but actually give it more aerodynamics on the road.
Cool. So a very important question.
Sure.
Why do they call it a B train?
Why do they call it a B train? That's because the name A train was already taken, actually.
That's simple.
But this is a B train because what happens is we can actually take, it's the same system as the truck. The trailer at the back here has another fifth wheel hitch, so we can connect another kingpin from the other trailer onto this trailer. So not only is this a B train, this is a super B train because we've got 3 axles in the middle here, and this will definitely take a lot of freight with it and a lot of weight, up to 63,500 kilograms.
63,500 kilograms.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get busy counting how many tires are on this so we know. Wow, Dean, that was really cool. Could you tell me a bit more about Valley Driving School? What else do you guys teach?
Well, actually, whether you want to learn how to drive a car, even a motorcycle, trucks. I even have a school bus that we teach on here.
Let's go take a look at it.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is our school bus here. It's just like a school bus you'd see, except some school buses, they don't have the engine at the front, but the engine at the back, but they all relatively are the same. And they're built in a special way. You could think of these as a big yellow tank rolling down the road because they have a way that the seats are set up. You know that they have no seat belts yet. That's coming soon, possibly. But we have what's called compartmentalization in a school bus, so that if the school bus were to unfortunately hit anything, everyone in, as long as they were sit down, face forward, would be just fine. So yeah, a big yellow tank rolling down the road. This a school bus rarely loses a fight.
So Dean, what class license do you get when you operate a school bus?
Well, actually, a Class 2 will allow you to operate a school bus of this size and carry more than 25 passengers.
Okay.
But funny enough, if you got a Class 1, which would allow you to drive a truck, that will allow you to drive school buses and other large trucks as well. It'll allow you to drive everything. But specifically for this and 25 passengers plus, you would need a Class 2 driver's license.
So how many students will fit on this bus?
Well, it depends on the size, actually. So the way it usually works, depending on the school district, is they'll have grade 4 and under could be 3 to a seat, whereas over that they could only have 2 to a seat. So depending on the amount of seats, you could have anywhere from 50 to over 70 kids on the bus. And I'll tell you that I'm also a school bus driver, and yep, you definitely can fit that many on there. So.
All right, guys, we don't want to be late for class, so let's go get on the bus.
Let's do it. Jatinder,
Yeah?
remember, you have to be turned around face forward on the school bus.
All right.
It's all about safety on a school bus. Your bus driver actually isn't trying to pick on you. He's actually trying to concentrate on the road because he's responsible for getting you to school and back home. So when he asks you to sit down, turn around, face forward, it's actually because that's the safest way you could travel on this machine here. And keep in mind, it doesn't have seat belts. So we just want to make sure that you, the student, are safe at all times.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in, and please a big thanks to Dean at the Valley Driving School. It was a great time, and thank you for letting me take that thing for a ride.
Thanks for coming to visit us, and come see us when you want to get your license, learn to drive a truck, car, or a motorcycle. My wife will still not let me get the motorcycle, but maybe you can.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Hey guys, so we had the chance to show you some transport trucks earlier, and now we have the opportunity to talk to you about the transport industry itself. And we're going to talk about how we have products going all across the world. And we're here with Spady Transport. We're going to have a chat with them to learn a bit more about their business. Come on over. Hey Ryan, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Nice job backing up today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Ryan, can you tell us a bit about Spady Transport?
Yeah, for sure. So Speedy Transport has been in business for 20 years, just over 20 years. Margaret and Darrell Spady are the owners. Mom and pop shop, been doing this based out of Surrey for that long. We ship all over North America. If it can fit in this trailer right here, we can move it.
Cool. And what kind of products do you usually move?
You name it, we've probably moved it. I've moved everything. We as a company have moved furniture, we've moved cars, we've moved wheels on vehicles, we've moved anything that can get packaged and put into a box trailer. We've done it. Auto parts, windows.
How about toys?
Plants, lots of toys.
Toys are important,
Yeah,
right?
toys for the kids. Yeah.
Cool. So what's the process? I see you backed in, and
Right.
what happens from this point on?
So before I backed in, I went in and I checked in with the shipper of the warehouse, and I told him, hey, I'm here to pick up this load to go to California, which is where we're headed.
Cool.
And he gave me a dock placement. As you guys saw, there was a truck in here before, so I had to wait for him to move. But once the lane was cleared, I obviously made sure everything was safe, backed in, and then now we'll go inside and we'll check in with the shipper and get our freight loaded, and we'll be out of here.
Cool. So you have to find out where your parking spot is first.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get to back up and
Yeah.
pick up your load.
Yeah.
While we go inside and take a look at what goes on in the warehouse, guys.
Sounds good.
All right, let's head into the office.
Hello. Picking up a load going to California. Here's my paperwork.
Okay. So you already parked at the door?
Indoor 3, yeah.
Excellent. Come on in.
All right, let's go. So this is the warehouse where we store a lot of our freight. And this is where it all gets prepped, palletized when it comes in from shippers and local trucks. It's all going to get palletized and sent out on the big trucks. So come on down here.
Cool, right? So I see a lot of cool things in this warehouse. There's some computers, some plumbing parts, and they all go into this trailer.
They're all going in this trailer, yeah.
Let's take a look at this trailer.
Sounds good. So what we have here is a 53-foot air ride dry van. What air ride means is there's giant airbags underneath the axles, which help suspension as we're going down the road.
Cool. So,
So when we're going over big bumps, we're not smashing and bashing, it's all nice and cushioned.
it's like riding on a cloud.
Exactly what it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how wide is this?
This trailer is 102 inches wide.
So can you get 2 pallets inside?
You can get 2 pallets side by side.
Yeah, it's quite tall as well.
We are 110 inches tall.
Neat. And you go right up to the top with your loads?
Sometimes we can go right to the top. It really depends on how high the skid is, and we try not to go too high because, as you can see, down at this end, we have a lift here on the trailer, and we wouldn't want someone to be backing up, accidentally knocking the top and knocking the frame.
And does a forklift load everything in here?
The forklift loads everything. There's
That's
also
neat.
pallet jacks, which are basically hand forklifts. Yeah,
Well, let's see some product get rolled in, and
Sounds good.
we'll see how you guys tie it down.
sounds good.
Your load ready to go, and how do we make sure it doesn't fall over?
So in a dry van, we have a couple different options. The most popular option is a strap, which is obviously a nylon strap. They come in various lengths and various widths.
Cool.
But what they do is they actually clip into these little clips, and you got them all over the trailer, 2-foot spacing, all up and down the entire length of the trailer, and it gives us lots of options for securing and making sure the freight is safe going down the road.
Okay.
The other option we have is an actual logistics load bar, which is a full steel beam, or aluminum beam, pardon me, that goes right across the entire length, which is really good at securing heavier freight.
Awesome.
Now in this case, I've already talked with the shipper. I know these pallets aren't very heavy. I'm not going to go the full load bar. I'm going to use just the nylon strap. There's no need for this giant load bar. These skids are quite low to the ground. I'm not too worried about them falling over. This load, there's nothing else actually going in this trailer. The customer has paid us to take these 2 skids all the way down to California, so that's where we're going to go.
Wow, it must be a pretty fancy load then.
It is a pretty fancy load, yeah.
Cool. Well, why don't I give you a hand? Let's get this strap
Sounds
up.
good, yeah. One thing too, to note, see this loose box sitting on top? I'm not really too happy with how this thing is sitting. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to lift it up. I've already spoken with the shipper. He's given me the okay to do this. I'm actually going to slide it and put it on the ground. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I don't want that at risk of falling off the trailer. Now, from here, we can grab this strap, and I'll give you the other end. So take this end right here. Go ahead and clip it into the, why don't we clip it into this one right here. That one right there, right? Yeah. Sorry, one more down. And flip that little tab at the top of the strap. There we go. Perfect. I'll take this end. I'm going to slip it into this bad boy. And all it is a simple ratcheting system. Want to make sure the strap is nice and straight all the way across. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to ratchet this. I don't want it too tight because I don't want to damage any of the freight. But I do want to make sure the freight is secure and not going anywhere. I tuck any loose excess, I just tuck it in here. And as far as I'm concerned, this freight is good to go and is secure. Now this box down here, again, it's so low to the ground, I'm not worried about it going anywhere. But if I really wanted to, I could find a way to attach this somewhere up here. But again, I'm not too worried about it. I'm also working around the confines of this trailer. There are no strap holes that go down here. Right? I can't actually secure this in a way that would be safe. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to let the shipper know. I'm going to let the customer know. The person that's actually paying for the freight, I'm going to let them know, hey, this box is just loose on the ground. and I'll just get their permission before we take off.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's get you on the road.
Sounds good.
Okay, you're all loaded. If you want to just give me a signature here.
Awesome.
That's great.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Have a
thank you
safe
very
trip.
much. Thank you. So, looks like it's time to hit the road. We want to get going here to make it down to California by the end of the week. Super important to make sure our loads deliver on time.
Cool.
When we're not on time, we can get fined from a customer, like a monetary money.
Yep.
We can get charged. And it's also not good for business. If we're constantly showing up late, customers are going to go all sorts for carriers. So at Spady Transport, we always make sure that we're arriving on time or even early for appointments.
All right, well, big thank you to Ryan here at Speedy Transport, and let's get you going.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Okay, everyone, thanks for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Touch a Truck Road Trip. Please join me in thanking today's exhibitors, Valley Driving School and Spady Transport. Don't forget to tune in next week for our final episode of Touch a Truck Road Trip featuring Abbotsford Police Department's Armored Rescue Vehicle, the BC Sheriff Services Z-Class Vehicle, and Corrections Canada's Ceremonial Vehicle. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week on Touch a Truck Tuesday.